Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. A new season of high school football is about to kick off here at the facelifted Lyle Harris Stadium in Spearfish. My name's Matt Kearney, and welcome to SD Sports Buzz live stream broadcast of the 3rd annual Regional Health Northern Hills Bowl. Today's game, number 1. Features the Belle Fourche Broncs facing off the Sturgis Scoopers. And just so you know, for the best local and regional sports coverage you can find on the internet, it's found on sdsportsbuzz.com. From our daily buzz post to the Nate Brown Show archive, it's there. It's excuse me. It's there up for you, the sports fan. Just visit sdsportsbuzz.com. And a reminder, you can follow me on Twitter, searching the Twitter handle @Matt Kearney. And you can follow SD Sports Buzz on Twitter, searching the Twitter handle @CCO'Hara. So while we're at it, we're about 10 minutes away before kickoff here at Lyle Harris Stadium. So let's just go check out the Week 1 SD Prep Media poll. We'll look at 2 classes, in Class AA and in Class 11A. In Class AA, Harrisburg in first, followed by Mitchell, Pierre, Yankton, and Douglas running up in 5th, and then receiving votes is Spearfish, Huron, Brookings, and Sturgis. Now, reminder, this will change come Monday afternoon. Let's take a look at Class 11A now. Madison in the top spot, number 1, West Central. They just lost to T-Area today, so that might change. T-Area in 3rd, Del Rapids in 4th, and then rounding up the top 5 is St. Thomas More, with Tri-Valley, Millbank, and Dakota Valley receiving some votes. And it's starting to rain here again at Spearfish. Of course, shower's been spotty this afternoon. And of course, yesterday, over on the eastern side of the state, a lot of games postponed, and a lot of them are being played either this afternoon or rescheduled for Monday. So hopefully we don't get into a weather delay here. Pre-game was delayed earlier. There was a passing thunderstorm that went by, and lightning in the area prompted everyone to clear the stands, clear the field, and push the game by 30 minutes. So while we wait for the opening ceremonies here at Lyle Harris Stadium in the pregame show, let's take a look at some other games from around the state. And again, we do have some postponed games, or games being played later this evening from the postponed games yesterday from the rain. But the currently scheduled games for today around the state, Brandon Valley at Sioux Falls, Washington. That game looking to start at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Another game I have my eye on is Tri-Valley makes it all the way down to Hot Springs to face off the Bison. That game slated to start at 6 o'clock. And then game number 2 here at the Northern Hills Bowl. It's St. Thomas More facing off against Spearfish. That game looking to start at around 7 o'clock. That game might have been pushed back due to the weather delay that we currently had. Let's take a look at some team notes for both teams, starting with Belle Fourche. They finished their 2016 season with a record of 4-5. Last year, the Broncs didn't get the win over the Sturgis Scoopers last October, 35-26. And then the Broncs' next game is against Madison for Week 2 at home in Belle Fourche. That game slated to start at 6 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. That one should be a doozy. Now for Sturgis, they ended their 2016 season with a record of 0-10 overall, 0-9 in the regular season. The Scoopers did have a playoff berth against Mitchell, but then lost 79-22. And the next game for the Sturgis Scoopers is next week as they face off against the Douglas Patriots in Box Elder. Kickoff slated to start around 6 o'clock. And as I look at the radar, there's more storms in the area. So the game may or may not get delayed if they see lightning in the area. Right now, there's no lightning I see whatsoever from the suites here at Black Hills State. As the refs make their way onto the field. And we're about ready to get game festivities underway.
Afternoon and welcome to the 2017 Regional Health Northern Hills Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Sturgis Scoopers on offense. At right tackle, the sophomore number 60, Cy Eisenberger. At right guard, the senior number 54, Joel Carpenter. At center, number 72, Cody Cox. At left guard, number 51, a senior, Joel Fleming. At left tackle, a junior, number 77, Zaire Johnson Landall. At wide receivers, a senior, number 2, Noah Wamsher. At wide receiver, a senior number 80, Cameron Brickman. At fullback, a junior number 15, Manny Gallosa. And the Scoopers quarterback, a junior number 14, Gavin West. And now the defensive starters for the Bellfoos Broncs. A senior defensive end, number 55, Gavin Guide. A junior defensive tackle, number 71, Hunter Mitchell. A junior defensive tackle, number 78, Jesse Tybo. A junior defensive end, number 77, Ty Davis. A junior outside linebacker, number 89, Bryce Nicholas. A junior middle linebacker, number 44, Tayton Fox. A junior middle linebacker, number 30, T. McGinnis. A senior outside linebacker, number 21, Dylan Burns. A junior quarterback, number 85, Jackson Maylou. A junior cornerback, number 11, Joe Hansen. And a sophomore free safety, number 22, Jackson Tingle. Head coach of the Scoopers is Chris Koletsky. Head coach of the Bellfoos Broncs is Scott Sloten. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your cheerleaders for the Scoopers. They are Alexis Carlson, Carly Christensen, Gracie Shelley, Kelsey Klein, Destiny Igo, and Sierra Teeley. The Scooper cheerleaders are coached by Tanya Taylor. And now the Belle Fourche Bronx cheerleaders, Hadley Jensen, Marissa Picola, Serena Davis, Nita Ocasio, Elizabeth Kurd, Destiny Flynn, Stormy Merkel, and Haley Rodriguez, and Kiana Tingley. The Belle Fourche cheerleaders are coached by Denise Horman. Your officials for tonight's contest are Greg Schumacher, Royce Wurtzer, Lyle Koldsma, Randy Stanton, and Wade Buck. These men are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and are hired to help athletes learn on the playing field. We request to respect their honest efforts in administering tonight's contest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we pause to remember a Scooper friend. As the Meade School District Food Service Director and Scooper Concession Stand Director Joe Schaefer died Thursday morning. Today we ask for a moment of silence for Joe, his family, friends, and co-workers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now, fans, please get your attention to midfield as the Scooper captains meet the Belle Fourche captains for this afternoon's coin toss.
Alrighty, we're almost underway here in Spearfish at Lyle Hare Stadium, the facelifted Lyle Hare Stadium. The reason why I say facelifted is this is brand spanking new turf. What they had to do was they had to basically dig up everything on the field, including the support underneath it, replace it, and now it's ready to play for a good Saturday afternoon matchup between the Sturgis Scoopers and the Belle Fourche Bronx as the captains meet midfield for the coin toss. So Bellefouche will receive the ball for this first half. So we're about ready for kickoff here. There are storms in the area. We'll keep an eye out on that. But we're ready for some high school football action here up in Spearfish. I'd like to thank those of you watching on SDSportsBuzz.com. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your family that we are live right now. And they can go to SDSportsBuzz.com and just click on the Live Events tab. It's highlighted in red, easy and visible to see on the home page. So just make sure you click on that. We're about ready. Kicking for Sturgis, number 14, Gavin West, 6'2", 169-pound junior. And in the backfield for Bellefouche, I cannot tell. Their numbers are not visible from where I'm at. So Gavin West about ready to kick it off here. And we're on your way in Spearfish. Short kick. He'll bounce out around the 26. Taken around the 24. Looks like number 28. That would be Morgan Garnett, number 28. So Bellefouche will start their first drive. Looks like at their own 37-yard line. Bellefouche in the pistol, takes the snap, 85 in motion. Ball snap, look to throw, long pass, and it's incomplete. Tate Hostetter, the quarterback for Bellefouche, and there's a flag where Tate fell. Number 85 is Jackson Mayu, but there's a flag all the way back on the line of scrimmage. That's a holding call on Hunter Mitchell on Bellefouche, so that will back him up. So it'll be first and 20. Ball snap. Hostetter hands it off to Dylan Burns, number 21. And almost makes it to the original line of scrimmage, as it will be second down and 12 now for Bellefouche. So Jackson Mayu comes off the field. Bellefouche back in the pistol formation. Two wideouts on the near side. 24 in motion. Ball snap. Hostetter just got to be tackled in the backfield by a group of scoopers. One of the scoopers was number 13, Brian Duran, on one of the tacklers there. So it'll be third down now for Bellefouche. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now for Bellefouche. Let's see if they can try to get a first down here. Two wideouts on the near side. Ball snap. Hostetter rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Pump fakes, throws it, man open, and it's caught! Jackson Mailloux, first down for the Belle Fourche Broncs. Will be at the Sturgis 31-yard line. Nice play there. $10-12 left here in the first quarter. As Belle Fourche making a run down the field. Should look like two wideouts to the far or to the near side. Hostetter takes a snap, hands it off to Morgan Garnett, but shortly stop and a strike of lightning. And that's gonna put us in a weather delay. See what the officials say, but normally how it goes is if lightning is spotted in the area, it'll be 30 minutes before play can resume. And that's what's gonna happen here. That's what it's looking like to be. Yep, so it's a weather delay here in Spearfish, South Dakota. 30 minutes before we can get the game resumed here. And of course, a weather factor this week. Yesterday, a whole bunch of games got postponed or they moved to Monday, and either of those games are being played this afternoon, evening, or Monday. But weather delay here in Spearfish, as the teams will make their way onto the locker rooms. So I guess I'll take a break here. Just sit tight and just wait out the weather here. Well, I guess since we have some time to kill, we'll actually listen to a coach interview from the Sturgis head coach Chris Koletsky from Nate Brown from the Nate Brown Show. So just give me 1 second so we can tune that up and listen to that interview.
The head coach in Sturgis in his third year now, as head coach of the Scoopers, is Chris Koletsky. He joins us on the First Interstate Bank Sports Line. Coach, how are you today?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for the time. I know it's busy and school and all that stuff starting, so I appreciate it. Let me ask you, how has practice been? What has it been like getting this going in your third year as you see your team this year?
Well, I think practice has been going pretty good as far as, the tempo that we've been practicing that for the kids. That's one thing we've emphasized from day one is, the tempo in practice for us coaches, having drills set up, really not giving kids too much of a break and trying to go from each drill and each team session and small group sessions, just always moving around the field, jogging, sprinting. really the tempo's been a point of emphasis for us. And, you know, for our kids, we always say one thing we try to focus on is, hey, you got to give that winning effort every single time.
Yeah, and that's interesting because you're saying, hey, winning effort, motivation, we want to get after it this year. I want to ask you, as you now enter your third year, it's been a tough time in the win-loss category. There's no question about that. So I ask you, is it been tougher than you thought coming in here trying to build this program up?
Well, you know, when he's asking tougher than you thought, I would say me being here the previous 7 years, I knew something that was definitely going to be a challenge. There's no doubt about that. You know, with that being said, you know, we don't focus on what's happened in the past. It's just simply every day. What do we got to do to prepare and practice every day to win a football game?
I look at the Sturgis team over the years. You go back all the way when I covered it. I covered Sturgis back in the day. They had the long losing streak and all of that stuff. I think you're past that point. You've had some years as you've been an assistant there where you've been pretty darn competitive. So I ask you for 2017, what are your expectations of this team? What can fans expect to see from a Sturgis team in 2017? What's the expectation?
Well, I think above all else, you know, don't take any play for granted. Play hard. You know, we're asking for the best effort our kids can give out there. And, you know, be in the games at the end of the games and finish strong. You know, we talked about, had a little team conversation yesterday about, you know, we need to start strong, but more importantly, we have to finish strong. And that's something we've been trying to preach and emphasize since day one, as far as getting off the ball and then having that mental toughness that we try to focus on to be able to finish strong.
Chris Koletsky, he's the head football coach at Sturgis. Our high school football previews continue here on the Nate Brown Show. He joins us from Sturgis on the First Interstate Bank Sports Line. They have Belle Fourche on Saturday afternoon. That game, the Northern Hills Bowl, being played at Black Hill State's Lyle-Hair Stadium on Saturday afternoon. I want to ask you about the numbers and the excitement of, there's a lot of talk these days, Coach, and I've talked to many coaches about this. Are more kids playing football? Are more kids interested in football? It seems like the young kids, we have some big numbers in Black Hills Youth Football League and all sorts of stuff. And it seems like in certain programs, the number has trailed off at the high school level. Where are you at in Sturgis?
Well, I think we're seeing the same thing. And, you know, that's something that, you know, us having a conversation with our youth league in Sturgis and stuff, you know, how can we prevent that, the loss of kids that we see by the time we get up here to the high school? And that's something that we've really tried to emphasize on, is not, you know, not losing those kids from the middle school as they get up here and get in the hallways as a freshman. You know, try to identify, try to let them know who we are, you know, put on our free camps in the summer, things like that. And it's still a struggle. My personal opinion is, I think when you start at such a young age and you have organized football with some of these kids, I think they're getting burnt out. And that's something that concerns me. You know, as far as playing tackle football, since you're in grade, 3, I think these kids are just sometimes tired of the practices since that young age, and sometimes they get the burnout factor by the time they get up here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder about that, because shouldn't they be having the most fun? Isn't it the most competitive? Isn't it the most intense? And you want to be a part of it when you're a varsity football player?
Absolutely. And, that's the point where when they get up here, obviously any of the programs around here and throughout the state, the coaches are asking a lot more, and sometimes that's where you see that drop-off where a kid's not willing to put in the time or the effort that we ask, to be successful, and sometimes that's where you see kids drop off.
Very interesting. How about this football team challenge-wise? You said you're going to give 100% effort. You're going to be in this thing. You're going to be trying to be competitive in every game. What do you think the challenge from an X's and O's standpoint, just personnel-wise? Give me a sense for what you need this team to do.
Well, challenge-wise is definitely Belle's run game. You just look who they have coming back. As far as their run game goes, the size of their line, how well they're coached up there, that's their biggest challenge. Not to get, to make them earn everything, not give up the huge plays like we've done in the past, and not get so worn down that we can't stop the run towards the end of the game if we have to.
What's the strength of your team, Coach?
I like our skill positions. I like our athletes. We got a fairly decent senior class that's really been committed. We just need to offensively get the ball in their hands and let some of these older kids who have had a lot of experience over the last 2 years make their plays. And that's kind of where we're going to hang our hat on as far as, not only our effort, but getting the balls in our playmakers' hands and let them do something with it.
Chris Koletsky on today. He's getting ready for a meeting, by the way, with his club. They get set to play Belle-Fourche Saturday to kick off the high school football season in Spearfish. Belle-Fourche taking on Sturgis. Scooper head man Chris Koletsky on today. If people don't know, you kind of have a change here at quarterback, from what I understand. Guy that's played the last couple of years, kind of getting moved. You're moving somebody else in there. Why the decision there?
Well, that was something that we talked about as far as, evaluating how last year went. And, as far as moving our quarterback from last year, Noah Wamsher, he really wanted to play some defense, which we didn't let him do a lot of last year, playing the quarterback position. And he's a really aggressive corner, good technique. So we kind of sat as coaches and talked about it, and we had a kid in the waiting that's a great athlete, in Gavin West, that was just chomping at the bit, and he's going to be a junior. And we said, well, let's make the move and, start working with Gavin this summer and get him ready to go.
Does it change anything for you offensively, what you can do, what you need to change from a scheme standpoint, or is it the same thing with that quarterback?
It's the same thing. Those two kids, Noah Wamsher and Gavin West, they're both very competitive. And as far as skill sets running-wise, it basically stays the same. That's the nice thing about it.
Chris Koletsky, head coach for the Sturgis Scooper football team, getting set for the 2017 season. They got a tough schedule, Coach, and I'll ask you a last question there. I look at it, you start with Belle-Fourche Saturday, and then you get into games like Rapid City Central, Pierre, Yankton. Talk about the schedule this year.
Well, hey, it's always a tough road to look at it. So I look at it this way. Those are great challenges. Playing some ESD schools, what can we do better this year? The biggest thing for us is going to be able to stay, we need to stay healthy throughout the year, and that's something that's really tough to control, but that's something that we're, crossing our fingers for, and those are just all great challenges, how I see them. We want to be a program like the Yanktons. We want to get a program, the consistency like the Piers. So that's just basically an opportunity for us as a measuring stick to see where we're at.
Coach, I really appreciate it. Chris Koletsky, head coach in Sturgis, set for Belle-Fourche Saturday. Good luck, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And that was the Sturgis coach interview, Chris Koletsky with Nate Brown. And just a reminder, you can listen to the Nate Brown Show on Kim Radio 106.7 FM and 1150 AM Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. You can also listen to his show using the MixLR app. Just search The Nate Brown Show. Or you can go to sdsportslist.com and click on the Nate Brown Show tab on the top page. We're still in a weather delay here in Spearfish, South Dakota at Lyle Hare Stadium. And we should get game play back here at around 5:08. So we just sit here and wait for the weather delay to pass on. Again, weather wreaking havoc over basically across the entire state yesterday in eastern South Dakota. Big line of storms causing a lot of postponements and a lot of confusion too. And so most of those games are being played right now. Others are going to be played later on this evening, and some are going to be played Monday afternoon. And actually, one of those postponed games was in Sioux Falls for 11 AAA football. This is an exciting score for Rapid City Central, but the Cobblers are playing the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots, and basically the game got delayed with just 1 quarter to go. And they played it this morning at around 11 o'clock their time, and Central run it by 1 point. Last second 2-yard run into the end zone, and Central over the win of Sioux Falls Lincoln 14-13. And actually, how about we just run down the list of scores that we currently have for you. Shine Eagle Butte takes the win over St. Francis Indian 60-0. Clark Willow Lake 30. Tri-State 0. Excuse me. Colomb playing Trip Delmont Armor, Andy Central, Dakota Christian, excuse me, the new co-op. Colomb winning that game 56-6. Crawford, Nebraska edging out Edgemont 58-6. Dakota Valley getting the win over Del Rapids 20-0. Ellendale, North Dakota over Groton area 43-7. And then Douglas played Huron, and Huron basically ran the show 45-7. Newcastle, Wyoming over Custer 42-0. New Underwood in some 9-man action, playing Rapsay Christian 20-0. New Underwood with the win. Pine Ridge over Red Cloud 18-0. Potter County over Platte Geddes 30-14. Sioux Falls Roosevelt tacking on one win against Rapsay Stevens 53-13. Todd County over Crow Creek 54-0. Upton Sundance, Wyoming playing the Lee Edward Gold Diggers on a Thursday night, and things got a little hairy. The game was delayed, not for weather, but for an officials delay. They had no officiating crew on the field, so they had to wait about an hour before they could get a crew out there. But Upton Sundance, Wyoming with the win over Lee Deadwood 42-6. Wall over Lyman 40-22. Wagner gets a win over Fulton 26-16. Winner after their first loss last week to Sioux Falls Christian. They get the win over Stanley County 42-6. Harding County over Lemon McIntosh, excuse me, 44-12, and then Vermilion gets the win over Lennox 31-25. The sun now starting to shine brightly here in Spearfish. Currently pulling up the radar, seeing if there's any more cells that we need to worry about for the rest of tonight. But right now the sun's brightly shining. In the front of me, it looks great, but behind me, there's still some cells building up in the area, so it might be a on and off thing for at least the next couple hours or so. We do have a score update from the Canton-Chamberlain game. Canton over the win, or Canton get the win over Chamberlain 40-27. And basically that's the only score I see that's updated. Starting to rain here, right behind me. Like I said, the sun may be shining, but behind me there's a couple cells going on. So just stay tuned to SDSportsBuzz.com here, and we'll get the game going here. It's going to be a long night. Long night of some high school football action, and glad you're staying here with us through this delay. Well, it looks like the rain has stopped as of right now. It is 5:03 right now. We're looking to have the players come back on the field at 5:10. But there have been a few more lightning strikes that I haven't seen, but I've heard the thunder. And so I'm not sure if the game was still going to be weather delayed or... but I guess we'll see here in a little bit. Well, here come the officials back on the field. The Spearfish Athletic Director, Jordan Bauer, comes along out with them. So we'll see, 3 minutes. 3 minutes and see if the players will get on the field here. So here come the team, Belle Fourche and Sturgis, coming back onto the field. They'll get a 3-minute warm-up, and then we'll have the game come back on where it started, or where it left off, excuse me, as Belle Fourche made it all the way down to the Sturgis 31. It was 1st and 10, and that's when the first lightning strike happened, and that's when the delay occurred. So once we begin play here, it should be 1st and 10, Belle Fourche ball at the Sturgis 31. And it's starting to rain again here in Spearfish. I'm currently stationed here at the suites here they have at Lyle Harris Stadium. Very spacious. I'm the only one in here, and I have a pretty good vantage point. So 3-minute warm-up has begun. And it's pouring here, but I don't think the players will mind the rain. Well, it looks like we're about ready to start off play again, finally. As the Sturgis defense makes its way back onto the playing surface. And now we just wait for Bellefouche. Okay, so up on the scoreboard, instead of being 1st and 10, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Ball on the Sturgis 32-yard line. 9:49 left here in the first quarter here at the Game 1 at the 3rd Annual Regional Health Northern Hills Bowl. Alrighty, we're back playing in Spearfish. Got a nice little break in. Had some pizza. And we're ready to go back to football. So 2nd and 11 for the Bellefouche Broncs. Hofstetter takes a snap, looking to throw. Throws it to the far side, and it's caught. Caught by Jackson Tyndall. And that's a first down for Bellefouche. Ball's placed at the Sturgis 19-yard line with 9:43 left. Pistol formation, 2 wideouts on the far side. He hands it off to 21, finds a hole, and in the end zone he goes. 19-yard run to Dylan Burns, number 21. Bellefouche gets on the board first with 9:37 left to go here in the first quarter. And to kick for the Broncs is Jackson Tyndall to attempt the PAT. Ball snapped in the air. And it's good. So Bellefouche takes the lead 7-0 here with 9:37 left to go and Game 1 of the Northern Hills Bowl. So Belle Fourche about ready to kick it off here in the backfield for Sturgis. Looks like one of them is number 30, Cameron Cochran. And I can't tell who the other player is in the backfield. So Belle Fourche about ready to kick it off here. And Sturgis will, nope, it's a muff kick. And they're going to call it down at the Sturgis 23-yard line. So Sturgis will have their first play of the game and their first drive. Like Sturgis will have one person in the backfield, ball snap, he'll hand it off, going the other way, and he runs into a block. That was number 80, Cameron Brinkman. As Bryce Nicholas made the tackle. So 2nd and 5 now, ball at their own 28-yard line, man in motion, going to the near side, hands it up off the middle, looks like number 25, misses a couple of bell tacklers, and he's going to be down, and we'll get the first down. That was number 15, Manny Galoza for Sturgis, and they get the first down. Quarterback for the Scooper squad is Gavin West, the 6'2", 169-pound junior. Ball snap. He'll go off to the far side. It's 15. He has some room to run. As Gayosa will go out of bounds. Looks like a gain of about 5 yards. And actually, again, a 6 yards. So it'll be second down. 2nd down and 4. Ball will be placed at their own 40. It's between their own 43 and 42. So double wing, 2 in motion. They'll switch up the play. That's Noah Wamshire. 80 will go in motion. Ball snapped, handed off in the middle. Sturgis will get the first down. As is Gayosa again. So Sturgis making their way down the field. 1st and 10. Ball at their own 49-yard line. 8:33 left here in the first quarter. And it looks like they'll go with one man in the backfield. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Noah Wamshire. He has some room to run. He's going to the near side, to the 35, to the 30, 20, 10, and he's gone! Touchdown, Noah Wamshire for Sturgis. A 51-yard run by Noah Wamshire. Excuse me, Wamshire. And it looks like Sturgis is going to go for 2 points. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Man in motion. Going over to the far side. West will toss it in the end zone and caught, but there's a flag on the far side. As Brinkman caught that ball, but the flag on the far side of the field, we'll see what this entails. So it's an illegal shift on Sturgis, and they'll back him up 5 yards, and they're going to redo the try here. .8:17 left to go here in the first quarter. Double wing formation. Brinkman in motion. West snaps it and picked off. The ball's considered dead for a 2-point conversion. So, Belle Fourche still leads the Sturgis Scoopers 7-6, and it's looking like to be a good one here. Sturgis about ready to kick it off here. As it's going to be Gavin West to kick it off. So Dylan Burns, one of the back people in the backfield for Bell. Ball's kicked. They'll take it out around their own 18. Has some room to run. Misses a few blockers. The ball will be placed at the Belle Fourche 45. So some great starting position here for this drive for the Broncs. So they'll go in pistol. Both the wideouts on the far side. Hostetter hands it off to Burns. He's going to the far side. And quickly gobbled up by a group of Scoopers. And actually a fumble. And it's Sturgis' ball. So the ball got stripped away, and now it's Sturgis Scooper ball. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the Bronc 45. Looking here up at the replay at the stadium. And yeah, it just got popped out of Dylan Burns' arms, and Scoopers on the quick recovery. So Gavin West will come out, give the play. Play clock down to 15 seconds. 1st and 10 for the Scoopers. One man in the backfield. Motion. Brinkman. They hand it up the middle to Galloza, and helmet came off, and he's going to have to come out for a play. And essentially no gain of yards. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Scoopers. Play clock down to 15 seconds. Same formation, double wing formation. Wamshire in motion. Wes gonna take it, rolling to the near side. He tosses off to Brinkman. And here they're gonna mark it, and a flag, late flag on the play. Ball's marked at the, just about to the Belle Fourche 40, but we'll see what the penalty is here. So it's a face mask on the Belle Fourche defense. So that will near it all the way close to the first down marker, as it'll be second down. Second down and 1. One man in the backfield, double wing formation. Brinkman in motion, hands it off to Gayoza. He finds some room to run. He's going to the far side, gets tripped up at around the 25. And it's not going to stop Belle Fourche from giving Sturgis the first down. .651 left here in the first quarter of the first game of the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl. Belle Fourche leads 7-6. Wamshire in motion, gets handed the ball, finds a nice wide hole. He's to the 10. He's got to take it to the house. Touchdown, Noah Wamshire for the Sturgis Scoopers. 6:30 left to go here in the first quarter. So now Sturgis takes the lead. It's now 12-7. Sturgis looking like they're going to go for 2 here. And they will. Ball snap. He hands it off to Gayoza, and he's in. An easy 2-point conversion. So with 6:30 left here in the first quarter, the Sturgis Scoopers lead the Belle Fourche Broncs 14-7. Sturgis about ready to kick it off here. As Gavin West will kick it off. Dylan Burns. In the backfield. And it's kicked off. Burns with the ball. He'll take it around his own 22-yard line. He finds his way through. And they'll mark it at around the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Belle Fourche Broncs at their own 41. Actually, scratch that, at their own 42. First and 10 for the Broncs. Hostetter takes a snap, looking to throw in the pocket, throws it to the far side, and it's going to be incomplete. It is intended for number 85, Jackson Mayu. And it will be 2nd and 10 now for the Bronx. .618 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Solo goal on the pistol with the wideouts on the near side. Hostetter, high snap, botch snap, and a flag down. And another flag, the ref's hat comes off, and this could be an unsportsmanlike and a late hit against the Scoopers. Ref's talking about it, but Hostetter was on the ground, but the Scooper player did dive down to the ground, did hit him. So I assume that was the first flag, and I assume the second penalty is an unsportsmanlike. But we'll see what the ref has to say as they're talking it over. Talking it over pretty okay. Here's the call right here. As they're still discussing it a little bit before they turn on the mic. And here we go.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Late hit against Black, 11. Unsportsmanlike, Black, 11. Both penalties on the end. First out.
So both penalties in force, and it was a personal foul, late hit, and an unsportsmanlike against Sturgis, so that automatically gives Belle Fourche a first down and some more. So that will bring the ball into Scooper territory at their own 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Belle Fourche Bronx. Ball out the Sturgis Scooper 45-yard line. Pistol. Wideouts to the far side. Hands it off. It's a fake. Hostetter throws it in coverage, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Bryce Nicholas, but broken up quickly by the Sturgis defense. So it will be 2nd and 10 now for the Bronx with the game clock stopped at 5:51 here in the first quarter. So 2nd and 10 now. 2 wideouts on the far side. Hostetter takes the snap, looking to throw, throws it to the far side, and it's just long. Again, it was intended for Nicholas, but incomplete. So just like that, it's 3rd and 10 after those big penalties against Sturgis. As number 15, Galoza, limping off the field for Sturgis. He makes it to the sideline. So 3rd and 10 now for the Bronx. Same play layout. Wideouts on the far side. Ball snap. Pitches it. Fumble on the play. It was a pitch play. Immediately fumbled, and we'll see. Sturgis is saying they have it. We need an official word, though. And nope, it's still Belle Fourche ball. So 4th down now. Belle Fourche should punt it off here. As Noah Wamshire in the backfield for the Bronx. Snap. They're going to run it, pooch it. They're going to call fair catch. It bounces at around the 25, and that's where it will be marked. So, 1st and 10 for the Scoopers, with just under 5 minutes left here in the first quarter at the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl at Lyle Hare Stadium in Spearfish. So Gavin West comes on to the field, gives the play out in the huddle. Play clock winding down to 15 seconds now. Ball at their own 25-yard line. 80 in motion. Hands it up off the middle. As I couldn't tell who made the play. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Scoopers. Ball at their own 26-yard line. We'll have one wide out, double wing formation, person in the backfield. Ball snap. West will hand it off to Wamshire. And looks like just a gain of 2 yards now, so it'll be 3rd and 7 as Tayton Fox made the tackle for Bell. 44 for the Bronx. So 3rd and 6 now. Ball at their own 28. Play clock down to 11 seconds. 10 seconds now. Brinkman in motion. Ball snap and flags litter the field. So it's a false start against Sturgis. They'll back him up 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 12 now for the Scoopers. They'll go with 2 wide. They'll go with a whole bunch of confusion, and Sturgis will take a timeout with 3:32 left here in the first quarter. As Sturgis leads 14-7. So 3rd and 12 now for the Scoopers. Let's see if they can get a first down here. A ball at their own 24-yard line. Looks like they'll go with 2 wideouts, double wing formation, person in the backfield. West snaps the ball, looking to toss, throws it to the far side, and just a couple inches away from his hands. As the ball is intended for Jay Krill, number 11. The 6'4", 209-pound junior. So 4th down now for the Scoopers, and Jay Krill will be punting off the ball here. In the backfield looks to be number 22, Jason Tyndall, and number 28 is Morgan Garnett for the Bronx. And they're around their own 45. So the ball snap. Krill will get the snap. Beautiful punt. Fair caught. Nope, you can't run with it. So Tyndall, fair caught the ball, and that's where Belle-Fourche will start this drive. 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. It's been a long first quarter. We started this broadcast, just about 4:15-ish, and gameplay started around 4:30. And now it's a little past 5:30, so it's, like I said, it's going to be a long night of some good high school football here. So 1st and 10 for the Belle-Fourche Bronx, ball at their own 42-yard line. Hostetter hands it up to number 30 up the middle. Not going to go anywhere fast, as that was T. McAmis, number 30. The fullback, 5'6", 180-pound junior. So gain of 1 yard. 2nd and 9 now. Ball at their own 42. Play clock down to 8 seconds. 85 in motion. Ball snap, hands it up the middle to 23. Looks like he gains about 4 yards. As that was Cooper Crago on the carry. Cooper Crago, the running back, 6'2", 150-pound senior for the Bronx. As it'll be 3rd and 5 now at their own 46-yard line with 2:11 left to go here in the first quarter. Two wideouts on the far side. Pistol formation. Tayton Fox right beside him. Ball snap. He'll pitch it off to Crago. Crago trying to find some running room. Almost makes the 1st down. Where are they going to mark it? Flag on the play. And it's going to be at least 1 yard short, but we'll see what the flag is, though. 1:47 left to go here in the first quarter. And what was that, holding? Just caught a glimpse of that. I believe it was holding against Belle-Fourche. And it is holding against Belle-Fourche. So it was against Jackson Tyndall on Belle-Fourche. So that will back the ball up to their own 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 11 now. Bronx ball. Both wideouts on the near side now. Hofstetter takes a snap, looking to throw, rolling to the near side, makes a pass, in and out of his hands. Kelby Olson, the intended receiver. Incomplete pass. So, again, another 4th down for the Bronx. As Wamshire in the backfield for the Scoopers. Looks like he's going to be around their own 34-yard line. As Tayton Fox will punt off the ball. Apparently there was a flag. I didn't see the flag. So another unsportsmanlike penalty. You back him up 15 yards for the Bronx. So 4th and 26. Ball at their own 25. Wamshire will come back to his own 40 in the backfield for Sturgis. Ball snapped. Hayden Fox will run it. He'll pooch kick it. High in the air. It will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at midfield. So this is where Sturgis will start this drive at midfield with 1:16 left here in the first quarter. So 1st and 10 for the Scoopers. Again, they lead 14-7. Double wing formation. Brinkman gets the ball, going to the far side, and upended by one of the Belle Fourche Bronc players. Kelby Olson on the tackle. So 2nd and 10 now. Game clock under 40 seconds. 23 in motion. West will call his own number. And looks like he'll only gain maybe a yard on the play. It looks like that's how they'll end the quarter here. Finally, end of the first quarter here at Spearfish as the Sturgis Scoopers lead the Belle Fourche Broncs 14-7. After the weather that we had the past hour here, it's pretty much cleared up, so it's beginning to be a beautiful evening of high school football action here at Lyle Harris Stadium in Spearfish, South Dakota. I'd like to thank those of you watching SD Sports Plus live stream broadcast of the 3rd Annual Regional Health Northern Hills Bowl. Again, make sure you tell your friends, tell your family that we're live. They can just go to sdsportsbuzz.com, click on the live events link. It's bolded in red. You'll be able to see it. You can click on that. It'll take you right to the live stream. Again, sdsportsbuzz.com and click on the live events tab. Don't forget into some gameplay score update from the Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan, Woonsocket, Weston Springs, Sanford Central game. Seahawks lead Weston Springs 20-0 in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 9 for Sturgis. Walmshire makes a pass, but he steps out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. It's going to be just short of the 1st down. So it'll be 4th and 1 for the Scoopers. Actually, no, 4th and a few for the Scoopers. Play clock down to 11 seconds. Ball snap. Hands it off to 40 up the middle. 1st down. And that was made by Trevor Erlenbush, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Legal formation for Sturgis, so that will back him up. Not enough men on the line. So that will force the Scoopers to punt off the ball here. As there'll be Jay Krill punting off. With Jackson Tyndall in the backfield for Belle Fourche. Ball snapped. Spiral punt. He'll let it bounce at the 16. And it will roll, and they will call it dead at the Belle Fourche Bronx. We'll say 9-yard line. It's in between the 9 and the 8. So 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line for the Bronx. Hostetter takes a snap, hands it off to, I believe, Dylan Burns. Actually, it was Crago on the carry, number 21. As he gains 5 yards. Ball at their own 14-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Hostetter takes a snap. Again, hands it to Crago. Crago. Actually, Dylan Burns now. It's very confusing with these jersey numbers because they look exactly similar to how they look. So 21 and 22 kind of look exactly the same. So 3rd and 1 now for the Belle Fourche Bronx. Ball at their own 18-yard line. Now they'll have 2 wideouts on the far side. Ball snap. He'll hand it off. And that was to Tayton Fox with the carry now. They get the 1st down. .14 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Hostetter on the snap. Hands it up the middle, still on his feet. And finally called down. As Dylan Burns was on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and looks like about 8 for the Bronx. So here they come on the line. Wideouts to the far side. Hostetter pitches it in the backfield. He slips, and a flag in the backfield. As it was Morgan Garrett with the carry, number 28. Flag at around the 22-yard line. So a holding call against the Bronx. That hold goes against number 78, J.C. Tybo. And that will back him up to their own 13 on a 2nd down. So it'll be 2nd at about 22. Takes a snap. Hostetler rolling to the far side. Makes a toss. Caught by number 11, but he's going to be down at the 20-yard line. As that was Joe Hansen, the 5'10", 145-pound junior for the Broncs. And as you see, he started to run. You can't do that once both your knee or any part of your body touches the ground, so including your knees, you're called down. You can't run with the ball. 8:33 left here in the second quarter. Sturgis with the lead over Belle Fourche, 14-7. As it's 3rd and 11 now for the Broncs. Ball snap. Hostetler looking to throw. Throws it to the far side. He has one man. Pushes. It's caught. And a flag. It's probably going to be pass interference. It was caught by number 22, Jackson Tyndall. But we'll see what the flag is. There's a whole bunch of pushing going on with the Sturgis defender there, so technically it could go either way. It could be offensive pass interference, or it could be just defensive pass interference. And it is pass interference against Sturgis. They decline the penalty. So, 1st and 10 now for the Broncs in Scooper territory at the Scooper 39-yard line. First and 10, man in motion. Ball snap, hands it off to number 28 as it's Garrett again. Looks like he's going to gain maybe a yard. Gain of a couple yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Wideouts on the far side. Play clock down to 6 seconds. Hostetler takes the snap, looking to throw downfield. Throws it, and it's caught. Number 24 at the Scooper 25-yard line. As it was Kelby Olson on the reception. And it's another Bronc first down. As they'll mark it at the Scooper 20. I'll say the 22-yard line. It's in between the 22 and 23. An equipment timeout. One of the Spearfish players tying his shoelace. And we're good and ready to go. 1st and 10 for the Broncs. 85 in motion. Takes the snap. Tayton Fox will carry up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of 1 yard. .635 left to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Play clock down to 13 seconds. 24 in motion. Ball snap. He'll pitch it off. And that was Dylan Burns on the carry again as Brinkman made the tackle for the Scoopers. As there'll be no gain of yards, so it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Belle Fourche Broncs. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Play clock down to 11 seconds. 7 seconds. Hostetter takes the snap. He's going to throw it himself. Throws it. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. It was in the vicinity of Gavin West for the Scoopers. So now it'll be 4th down now for the Broncs. And I guess the question is, are they going to go for it here, or are they just going to kick a field goal? It's looking like they're going to go for it. Hostetter comes in the huddle, tells the play to the players. Play clock down to 12 seconds, and they are going to go for it. 4th down. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Ball snap. Hostetter looking to throw, and a horrible throw, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is, but that was a horrible throw by Hostetter. He was looking to throw down around the 10, but didn't work out. As the flag is against Belle-Fourche. It's another penalty against Jesse Tybo. So with that, it's turnover and downs, and it's Sturgis Scooper ball at their own 21-yard line with 5:28 left to go here in the second quarter. First and 10 for the Scoopers. Gavin West. Wamshire gets the ball. Running to the far side. Misses a player. And they'll get the first down. Bryce Nicholas made the tackle for Belle-Fourche. Wasn't enough to stop him from getting a first down. So it'll be first and 10 for the Scoopers at their own 33-yard line. Play clock down to 5:08 now. 23 in motion. West will, no, he'll give it to 40. He has some room to run going to the near side. He's running the sideline, and he gets pushed out at around the 34-yard line. Trevor Erlenbush on the carry. What a run there. First and 10 for the Scoopers. As we're under 5 minutes to go here before halftime. So here we go. First and 10. Ball at the Belle-Fourche Bronc 29-yard line. Ball snap. Hands it off to Erlenbush again, but he's going to be gobbled up by a couple of Broncs. And looks like it's going to be maybe a gain of a yard. Actually, no gain of a yard. Play clock down to 9 seconds now. Sturgis better hurry up and call the play. 29 in motion, ball snap. West will roll to the far side. Gonna try it. No, he thinks about passing it, but then tucks it and starts to run. He gets the first down, and they are in the red zone. Another first down for the Scoopers. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Gavin West made a great play there. So 1st and 10, ball at the Belle Fourche Bronc 18-yard line. Again, double wing. Person in motion, that's Brinkman. They'll hand it off to Noah Wamshire. And he's going to be near the 1st down marker. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 2. Play clock counting down. 13 seconds now. Under 6. Brinkman in motion. West hands up the ball up the middle. It's Ellenbush. Flag on the play. Erlenbush made the touchdown. But we'll see what the call is. Still waiting on the official call here. What the penalty was. So 2 penalties on the play. Legal formation again, not enough men on the line for Sturgis, and an illegal block in the back for the Scoopers. So that will push him back 10 yards. Yes, it's 2nd. It'll be 2nd and 8 now from the Belle Fourche Bronc 16. So ball snap. West with the ball, rolling to the far side, and he gets tripped up by Dylan Burns. So 3rd down now for the Scoopers. 3:11 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Game clock still rolling. We're under 3 minutes now. Play clock down to 16. They'll have 2 wide outs on the near side. Ball snap. Gavin West will roll out to the near side. Intended for Wamshire. In and out of his hands. An easy pass, but just incomplete. So it's 4th down. 4th and 16 to be exact. With 2:41 left to go before halftime. So here's a question. Will they go for it on 4th down just like the Broncs did? Or will they try to kick off a field goal? And it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 16. And that's what they'll do. They'll go with 2 wide outs. Ball snap. West rolling to the near side. Gets tackled as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Tackle was made by number 71 for the Broncs, Hunter Mitchell. And it's turnover on downs, and it's Belle Fourche Bronc ball with 2:34 left to go before halftime. Can the Broncs score here before half? We'll find out. They have 2:34 left to go as they trail Sturgis 14-7. So 1st and 10 for the Belle Fourche Broncs. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Ball snap. Hostetter looking to throw. He's just going to run it, and a flag on the far side of the field. Nobody open. Decided to tuck it and run. See what the call is. So penalties declined. It was another illegal. Okay, so it's a 5-yard penalty. So get clarification here from the ref. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Broncs now, as they'll be at their own 20-yard line with 2:27 left to go. And timeout. Official timeout. Official timeout as... We'll talk it over here real quick. All right, don't know what it was. So 1st and 15, ball at their own 20-yard line. Hostetter, low snap, looking to throw, being rushed in the pocket as it collapses. Another flag down, and he'll get sacked as the pocket just collapsed. We'll see what the penalty is, though. So a holding call against Brexton Turbeville, number 51 on the Broncs. Penalties decline. And it will be 2nd and long. Ball at their own 10-yard line. Remind you, the first down markers at their own 35. As we're under 2 minutes to go left, 2 minutes to go before halftime. Play clock down to 9 seconds. Bell better snap the ball, and they're going to call timeout. Timeout, Belle Fourche. With 1:48 left to go here in Spearfish, it's Belle Fourche leading, or Sturgis leading Belle Fourche 14-7. Score update coming through Twitter. And some 9-man football action. Parkston playing against Gregory. This is in the first quarter. Parkston leading Gregory 8-0. And that's the only score update I have. Again, you can follow me on Twitter. You're finding the Twitter handle at Matt Kearney. You can also follow SD Sports Buzz on Twitter, finding the Twitter handle at CC O'Hara. So 2nd and 24 now for the Belle Fourche Broncs. Ball at their own 10-yard line. First down marker at the 35. 85 in motion. Ball snap. Hostetter will hand it off to a person in the backfield. He'll gain some yards. Quickly tackled by, looks like number 38 on Sturgis. Jaron Pullman, number 37, made the tackle for Sturgis. Minute 25. Left to go here. Now it's a minute 14. Play clock down to 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Bell Fuchsberger snapped the ball. 3rd down and 19. Play clock down to 3 seconds. Ball snap. Quickly snapped. Hostetter just got to call his own number. He has some room to run. There's a flag on the play, though, and he's tackled by Noah Wamshire. With a minute 01 left to go before a half. And we'll see what the penalty is. So 2 penalties on both teams. One was a face mask, and the other was an illegal motion on Bell. So 3rd and 19 for the Bronx as a timeout's called against Sturgis with under a minute left to go here at Spearfish. As Sturgis leads Bell Fourche 14-7. It's turning out to be a beautiful night here in Spearfish at Lyle Harris Stadium for the 3rd annual Regional Health Northern Hills Bowl. After the on and off again weather we've had in the past couple hours. So 3rd down now for the Bronx. 3 wideouts. Ball snap. Hostetter looking to throw. Throws it downfield. Person in motion. And it's picked off by Gavin West. Number 14 going the other way to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. Gavin West on the interception around midfield. And runs it all the way back for 6 points. 43 seconds left to go here before halftime. And Sturgis Scoopers extends their lead 20-7. And it looks like Sturgis is going to go for the extra point, and they will. Kicking for Sturgis is Brody Eisenbraun, number 7. 5'10", 132-pound freshman. So ball snap, high snap, and it's a fake. Wamshire with the ball carry. And he's not going to get in for the 2 points. So, Sturgis leads Bell Fourche 20-7. So Sturgis leading the Bronx, and if you recall from last year, the Bronx won over the Scoopers back last October, 35-26. But that could change. So we're about ready to kick it off here again, as Tyndall and Garrett are in the backfield for the Bronx. Eisenbraun will kick it off. .43 left to go before halftime. We'll see if Belle Fourche can get the score here, or get a score here. So everyone ready on the line. Eisenbraun takes the kick. They'll take it around their own 21-yard line. As Garnett was made the carry, and Belle Fourche will start at their own 36-yard line with 36 seconds left to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 for the Bronx. New quarterback in for Belle Fourche. Number 5, Kelby Nowazowski. Ball snap. Hands it off to Dylan Burns, as he'll get tackled by number 51 on the Scoopers, Brexton Turbeville. As the game clock winds down. Game clock down to 10 seconds now, and I think they're just got to let time expire here and just let it go into halftime. And that's what they'll do. At halftime, it's Sturgis leading the Belle Fourche Bronx 22-7. We'll just take a quick break here. I actually got to run down to my car to get a charging cable, so I'll be right back. Just stay tuned to SD Sportswood's live streaming broadcast of the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl, presented by Regional Health, and I will be right back. So we're about ready to start the third quarter here in Spearfish at Lyle Hare Stadium for the third annual Northern Hills Bowl presented by Regional Health. The Sturgis Scoopers lead the Bellefish Broncs 20-7. And a couple of score updates. All the way down in Hot Springs, Tri-Valley Mustangs back at 11A, playing against the Hot Spring Bison, and Hot Springs leads Tri-Valley 7-0. As we're about 24 seconds before we start the third quarter. On a gorgeous evening for football. We've been here for quite some time. We had a couple of weather delays. Had a weather delay during the pregame warm-ups, and then another weather delay just a little bit into the first quarter. So technically, if none of those weather delays happened, this game would be over. And we'd be getting ready for the Spearfish St. Thomas More game. And if you just stick with us here on SD Sports Buzz, we'll be broadcasting that game as well. So just sit tight, and we'll be broadcasting the second game here after this one. Alrighty, I didn't realize the music was loud, or was still playing, so you probably didn't hear any of my voice. About ready to start the third quarter here. On a beautiful evening here in Spearfish, South Dakota at Lyle Hare Stadium, the facelifted Lyle Hare Stadium on the brand new turf. And we've been here for quite some time. Right now, this game would have been over, and we would be getting ready for the St. Thomas More Spearfish game, but due to a couple weather delays, here we are. But it's some great football action. Just stay tuned to SDSportsbus.com to catch the second game of this evening. So Sturgis will receive here. Bellefish will kick off the ball. And the third quarter is about ready to is just started. They'll take the ball at around their own 14. As it was Cameron Cochran on the carry, number 30 for Sturgis. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sturgis Scoopers. So ball at their own 33-yard line. They'll go with two wideouts. Ball snap. He'll hand it up the middle. As Erlenbush with the carry up the middle with a gain of, oh, let's say about, looks like about 6 yards. So it'll be third and 4 now. Actually, no, 2nd and 3rd, excuse me. Gain of 7 yards. Wes will hand off the ball. It will go off to the far side, and flags already. This game has had a lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. We'll see what the penalty is. It's an illegal block in the back caused by Jay Krill, number 11, so that will back up the Scoopers. 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 14 from the Scooper 29-yard line. So one man in motion. Ball snap. That's Wamshire. West will run it up the middle. Makes a couple of sly moves. He'll almost get the first down, and did he? It's a first down, according to the PA announcer, and they are moving the chains. It's first down for the Scoopers. That's like Gavin West. What a playmaker this fella is. You give him the ball, and he can pretty much run it the right way. So first and 10 for Sturgis. Double wing. Brinkman in motion. He'll hand it up the middle to Erlenbush. And he'll get another first down. The tackle made by Tayton Fox for the Belle Fourche Broncs. So now this will put the Scoopers in Bronc territory as the ball is placed at the Belle Fourche 43-yard line. First and 10. Double wing, 2 wideouts. Wamshire in motion. He'll hand off the ball to Wamshire. He has a hole to run. He's going to the near side, and he'll run out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's another first down for Sturgis, as they're in the red zone with under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Come up to the line. Double wing. Wamshire in motion. West will give it the ball. It's a reverse. It's going the other way. It's to Brinkman. He's to the 10, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Sturgis Scoopers. Brinkman on a 20-yard run. It's 26-7 now. Scoopers with the lead. And it looks like they're going to go with the field goal here, the PAT. And it's going to be Brody Eisenbraun with the extra point. 55's running so he can get up to the line. That's Cody Nelson. He's finally in line. They're ready. Snapped. Oh! Fumbled ball. Wamshire going to try something. He's going to make something happen. And it's not going to go well. Tackled by number 1, Josh Fowler. As a 2-point conversion is no good. So, with under 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter, it's the Sturgis Scoopers leading the Belle Fourche Broncs 26-7. About ready to kick it off here. Eisenbraun got to kick off the ball here. And it's up in the air. And they'll take it at around their own 16. Has a nice open hole. He is gone. Number 28 takes it to the house. Touchdown, Morgan Garrett for the Belle Fourche Broncs. He takes it from the Belle Fourche Broncs 14 and runs it all the way for 6 points. So just like that, the Belle Fourche Broncs score on a lightning strike. But still, Sturgis leads 26-13. And it looks like Belle Fourche is going to go for the PAT here. Jackson Tyndall to kick. Ball snap, held in the air. And it's good. 9:35 left to go in the third quarter. The Sturgis Scoopers still lead the Belle Fourche Broncs 26-14. About ready to kick it off here again. Belle Fourche on the quick score. But Sturgis still leads 26-14. So, Noah Wamshire in the backfield for the Scoopers. This Jackson Tyndall will kick it off. It's up in the air. Looks like they'll take it at around the 18-yard line. Wamshire with the ball now. He's got to run to the near side, and he's going to be tackled by Jackson Mayu for Belle Fourche, and that's where Sturgis will start this drive. Looks like at their own 28-yard line. 9:29 left here in the third quarter. Wing formation. Brinkman in motion. Hands it off to Erlenbush. He's going to run up the middle. And it looks like Erlenbush gained about 5 yards on the play. As Tayton Fox made the tackle. So 2nd down and 5. Ball at the Sturgis 33-yard line. Under 9 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Both of the wideouts on the near side. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlenbush again. And he meets Tayton Fox and drags him down. And it looks like no gain of yard. No gain of yards. So it'll be 3rd down now for the Scoopers. Sturgis still leads by a couple of scores here. Play clock under 15 seconds now. It's at 10. Go with one wide out. Play clock 4, snaps it. West throws it. Incomplete, intended for Wamshire. But, and it looks like Wamshire is down. And he looks like he has a cramp on the field, so it's going to be a quick officials timeout here. As the game clock is stopped at 8:03 left to go here in the third quarter. Sturgis leading Belle Fourche 26-14, and it looks like it is just a cramp. He's got to get up under his own power, and he will run off the sideline. Alrighty. So 4th down now for Sturgis, as Jackson Tyndall is in the backfield. Ball's on the ground. Krill needs to try to kick it, and he's just going to fall on it right there. And that's where Belle Fourche will start. They'll start at the Sturgis Scooper 19, or not the 19, looks like the Sturgis Scooper 14-yard line. And that's where Belle Fourche will start. Off a botched play. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Belle Fourche. 2 wideouts on the far side. Mayu in motion. Ball snap. Fumbled. Picks it up. Incomplete. Hostetter trying to make something happen there. He tried to make a pass happen to number 89. That would be Bryce Nicholas, but it just wasn't there. So 2nd and 10 now for Belle Fourche at the Sturgis Scooper 14. Second and 10 now. 2 wideouts on the near side, 24 and 22. Dylan Burns in the backfield. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to 24, going the far side. Gonna try to run it in. And it gets tripped up by a couple of Scoopers. As Duran and Brinkman made the tackle for the Scoopers. So it will be third and about 4 for the Bronx. Ball is at the Bronx 7-yard line. It's actually 3rd and 3. And a power eye set. Dylan Burns gets the ball. Looks like he gets to the 5. Is that enough for a first down, though? It's just short by a yard. So here we go. 4th down and 1 to go. Belle Fourche going to try to power it in here. Ball's out the Sturgis 5-yard line. Play clock winding down to 16 seconds as Hostetter's getting off to the huddle. Play clock down to 10 seconds now. They have to get lined up here and snap it. Down to 5 in the I formation. 2 wideouts. 3. Ball snap. Looks like Hostetter going to try to call his own number. And did he get in? No whistle still. No forward progress. And finally a whistle's called. And Belle Fourche does not get the first down. Sturgis makes the stop. It'll be 1st and 10, Sturgis Scooper ball at their own 5-yard line. What a gameplay by the entire Sturgis defense. Hostetter tried to call his own number, tried to get the first down, but Sturgis wasn't having any of it. 6:16 left to go here in the third quarter. As Sturgis now with the ball. West takes a snap. Looks like he's got to call his... Nope, he's got to give the ball off to Erlenbush. And it looks like he gained about 8 yards on the play. So it'll be second and about 2. Ball at their own 13-yard line. Play clock down to 10 seconds. They're still in the huddle. Better snap it off here. Under 5 now. West makes a man in motion. That's Brinkman. He's going to roll to the far side. He's going to toss it. And nobody there except for Josh Fowler, but his back was towards the ball, so he didn't see it coming. So it'll be third down now for the Scoopers. 3rd and 2 at their own 13. So third down, they'll get lined up. Play clock to 10 seconds. West, Wamshire in motion, hands the ball off to Wamshire. He's running to the near side. He will get tackled up by Jason Tyndall, number 22 for the Bronx. And did he get the first down? I don't think he got the first down. Chain gain was going to move the chains there. And yep, he did. First down for the Scoopers. .5:18 left here in the third quarter. As it looks like we have an official's timeout. Official talking to West. And we'll get the ball ready for play here. Oh, never mind. It looks like Noah Wamshire was on the sideline. I didn't see it from my standpoint. Of course, he's still cramping in one of his calves. So he's going to be on the sideline for just a little bit. So Sturgis will get ready. It's 1st and 10 at their own 17. We'll go with one wing set. Brinkman in motion. He'll do a back pass to Brinkman. He'll run with it. He'll get the first down. And that's another first down for Sturgis. Brinkman running to the far side. So 1st and 10, ball at their own 28-yard line. Brinkman in motion again. West looks like he handed it off to number 29. Has some room to run. It's actually 25, or 29, excuse me. That's Jason Burham, number 29 for the Scoopers. And picks up another first down. Scoopers stomping their way down the field, slowly but surely. 29 will come back to the sideline. As Gavin West given the play by Chris Koletsky. Play clock down to 4 seconds. They better snap the ball here. Wamshire in motion. 0, and it's going to be delay a game. They just took too long. Delay a game. 5 yards. It will be 1st and 15. Actually, no, they just called the timeout before delay a game. So 4:14 left to go here in the third quarter. Sturgis leads the Belle Fourche Broncs 26-14. I'd like to thank those of you watching on SDSportsBuzz.com. Again, tell your friends, tell your family to go over to SDSportsBuzz.com. Click on the live event tab. It's highlighted in red, so it's easy to see, visible on the site. Again, that's SDSportsBuzz.com, and click on the live tabs tab, or live event tab, and it'll take you right to this game. And again, we are going to live stream the second game of the Northern Hills Bowl. That game against St. Thomas More and Spearfish, so just stay tuned. That's going to happen right after this game finishes. So after the timeout here, we'll get settled back. 4:13 left to go in the third, as the play clock starts winding down. Two wideouts on the far side. Brinkman in motion. Wes will he'll call his own number. And he'll gain at least 4 yards. I got to tell you, Sturgis is doing a great job with their play makes here. Sometimes I'm confused at where the ball is, and I think Sturgis really improved on that in the offseason, and we'll see how their season goes as they face off. Let's see, they face off Douglas next week. And that should be a pretty interesting game. So 2nd and 4 now for Sturgis. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush, number 40. And it's going to be a loss of 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and about 7. As we come to 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Play clock down to 5 seconds. West snaps the ball, looking to throw on the far side. Caught by Brinkman at the midfield. He's to the 40, has some room to run, and he'll be pushed out at the 29, and that's another Sturgis Scooper first down. As Trevor Olson made the tackle for Bell. First and 10, ball at the Belle Fourche 29-yard line. Play clock down to 14 seconds. Come up to the line. 2 wideouts on the far side. Double wing formation. Person in the backfield. Brinkman in motion. Hands it off to Erlingbush. He has some room to run. And they'll mark it at the Belle Fourche Bronc in between the 22 and 23-yard line. So we'll say about a gain of 7 yards. Up on the board, it says 2nd down and 3. Belle Fourche, or excuse me, Sturgis almost in the red zone. Looks like one wide out. Brinkman in motion. He'll hand it to, no. It's Wamshire. He has the ball. Going the other way. He gets first down and some more. And it's a first down for Scoopers, and Wamshire really beat up here. he's going to come off the sideline. And the ball is at the Bronx 12-yard line with 1:47 left to go here in the third quarter. So they're going to go with one person in the backfield. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush. He has some room to run. He's at the 10. He gets tripped up at around the 9. And they're going to mark the ball at the 8. So it'll be second down and about 7 for Sturgis. As we approach 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Play clock down to 11 seconds. Double wing formation, one man. They hand it off to Wamshire. He'll get a trip up to 5. And they'll mark it at the 4. As Joe Hansen made the shoestring tackle for Belle Fourche. As we're under 30 seconds of play here in the third quarter. As the game clock, or play clock down to 10 seconds now. They got to hurry up to the line. West will snap the ball. He'll hand it to Erlingbush, and he will get into the end zone. 6 more points tacked on for the Sturgis Scoopers. 9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Sturgis tacks on 6 more points. And it looks like that they will go for the PAT. Brody Eisenbraun. Ball snap. It's in the air. Is it good through the uprights? And it's good. So Sturgis extending their lead against the Belle Fourche Bronx 32-14. So Sturgis extending their lead by 6 more points with us and updating the score. Actually, it's 33-14. Let me quickly change that on our scoreboard. There we go. 33-14 here in Spearfish at the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl presented by Regional Health this year. Game 1. 9 more seconds left here in the third quarter. As Brody Eisenbraun will kick. As Garrett and Tyndall are in the backfield for the Belle Fourche Bronx. So Eisenbraun kicks it off. Short kick. And it will go out of bounds, and that's an automatic flag. So the ball will be spotted at the where the ball was fouled. And it will be Belle Fourche Bronx ball. Okay, the penalty was declined. So Belfouche should start this drive. Looks like at their own 42-yard line. Again, 9:05 left here in the third quarter. Pistol for Belfouche. 2 wideouts on the far side. Hostetter will take the snap. He'll hand it off to 23. As that was Cooper Crago with the ball carry. And that's the end of the third quarter. So the Sturgis Scoopers lead the Belfouche Broncs 33-14 as we get started to start the fourth and final quarter for Game 1 of the Northern Hills Bowl. About ready to start the fourth quarter here in Spearfish for game number 1 of the Northern Hills Bowl here in Spearfish at Lyle Hare Stadium, the facelifted Lyle Hare Stadium. Brand new turf, a new front fence facing St. Joe Street, and some bleachers on the south side of the field. Again, just stay tuned. We're going to broadcast game number 2 of the Northern Hills Bowl, St. Thomas More in Spearfish, right after this game is over. And you can just stay tuned to sdsportsbuzz.com, and the stream will automatically come back up. I do like to say thanks to those of you who are watching on sdsportsbuzz.com. Really appreciate that. And just so you know, for the best local and regional sports coverage you can find on the internet, it's found at SD Sports Buzz. From our daily buzz post to the Nate Brown Show archive, there is always something for you, the sports fan. Just visit sdsportsbuzz.com. So we're about ready to start the fourth quarter here. 2nd and 7, Belfouche ball at their own 45-yard line. Hostetter takes a snap, rolling to the far side. He'll make the toss. It's caught. First down. And it was caught by Tyndall. And Belfouche will get a first down as Joe Fleming makes the tackle for the Scoopers. First and 10 for Bell. 2 wideouts on the far side. Pistol formation. Man in motion. 24. Hostetter will give it to 24, going the other way now. Shoestring tackle by number 77 for the Scoopers. Zyar Johnson Landell on the shoestring tackle. It'll give the Belfouche Broncs, looks like 2nd and about 6. Or actually, excuse me, 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Broncs. Wideouts on the near side. Hostetter takes a snap. He'll give it to 23 in the backfield, and he's going to see a tackle of Scoopers, as Crago was the ball carrier. And just like that, it's 3rd down for the Broncs. About, let's say, 3rd and 3 to go. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Down to 6 seconds. 5. Ball snap. Hossetter looking to throw in the pocket. Throws it. Incomplete. Through the hands of Mayu. And it's going to be 4th down now for the Bronx. And if you're the Bronx, you probably want to go for it here on 4th down. And that's probably what they'll do. Again, the Belle Fourche is only down by a couple of scores. So they could, if they can try to get a first down here, they could inch a little closer to catch up with Sturgis. So 4th down now. 4th and 3, ball at the Sturgis 39-yard line. Ball snap, Hostetter looking to throw. He's going to throw it downfield, incomplete. Nobody from Belle Fourche in the coverage where he threw. And it's going to be turnover on downs, and it will be Sturgis Scooper football at their own 39-yard line. Ten minutes left to go here in the game. Sturgis leading the Belle Fourche Bronx 33-14. Now Sturgis comes to the line. Double wing set. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush. He'll run up the middle. And looks like he'll gain about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 at their own 45-yard line. So 1 man in the backfield. Ball snap. He'll hand it to Erlingbush. He'll go to the near side, and he's going to be out of bounds. Tackled by Mayu and Olson from the Bronx. And with that run, that gives the Scoopers a first down with 9:14 left to go here in the 4th. We'll get up to the line of scrimmage. Double wing, ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush. And tackled by Kelby Olson of Bell. So it will be 2nd and 9 at the Belle Fourche Bronx 49. Or at the Belle Fourche Bronx 46, actually. I'll run the double wing. Wes snaps it, hands it off to William Shear. He'll make another turnaround, trying to get away from a Belle Fourche Bronx player, but he won't do it. And there's a flag on the field at around the 35 of Belle Fourche. And a loss of 4 yards on the play. See what the penalty is. And it's holding against Mayu of Belle Fourche. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down for the Scoopers. Actually, not an automatic first down. It's 2nd down and 3 for Sturgis. Ball snap. West will do another back pass, and he caught the ball. Sage Give on that tackle with the backhand pass. Little dangerous tackle there. Is it shown up here on the video board? Or actually, no. That's not a replay of the video board. Wrong replay on the video board. Play clock down to 10 seconds. 3rd down now. Ball at the 45-yard line. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush. He finds a hole to run through. He'll power his way through, and he will get the first down for the Scoopers. Official word, first down. 7:27 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Sturgis leads Bellfouche 33-14. Ball at the Bellfouche Bronc 37-yard line. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlingbush. And quickly stopped. Looks like a gain of at least 2 yards. So it'll be 9 and 8. That was under 7 minutes of gameplay here for the last quarter for game number 1 at the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl presented by Regional Health. Play clock under 10 seconds. 2 wideouts. Play clock under 4, 3, 2. Snaps it, hands it off to Erlingbush. And it looks like he only gained another 3 yards or so. So 3rd and 7, so gain of 1 yard. As time is winding down for the Bellfouche Broncs. 6 minutes right now is left in the game. Ball at the Bronc 34-yard line. 3rd down for the Scoopers. Man in motion. West will hand it off. It's a reverse to Wamshire. He finds some room to run. He's to the 20. Running to the far side. And he's just got to step out of bounds. So that's a first down for the Sturgis Scoopers. Wamshire tried to make something happen there. He had a couple of Bellfouche Bronc players in front of him and just decided to step out. .543 left here in the 4th quarter. Sturgis looking to strike 6 more points here. As the ball is placed at the Bellfouche 16-yard line. We'll come up to the line of scrimmage. West will take the snap. He'll hand it off to 23, running to the near side, and he's in. As it was Carter Neuschwander on the carry and the score. Adds on 6 more points for the Scoopers. It makes it 39-14 with 5:34 left to go here in the game. As Eisenbraun will attempt the PAT here. Snapped, held in the air, and it's good. So, Sturgis Scoopers leading the Belle Fourche Broncs 40-14. Score update from down south in Hot Springs as the Tri-Valley Mustangs made their way all the way to Hot Springs. And at halftime, it's Tri-Valley leading the Bison 20-7. But here in Spearfish, Sturgis leading the Belle Fourche Broncs 40-14 with 5:37 left to go here in the fourth quarter of Game 1 of the third annual Northern Hills Bowl. And just so you know, right after this, just stay tuned, stick around to SD Sports Buzz as we'll broadcast game number 2, St. Thomas More in Spearfish. Ball's kicked in the air. They'll take it around their own, I want to say 16-yard line. A good run, number 28. He makes it all the way to midfield. And that's Morgan Garrett. Yep, so he took the ball around their own 16-yard line and made it all the way down to midfield. So the Belle Fourche Broncs will get some good yardage here to begin this drive. So 1st and 10 at midfield. Belle Fourche ball. 5:25 left here in the game. 2 wideouts on the far side. Hostetter hands it off to Dylan Birds. He makes a cut. Still on his feet. And they'll mark it at the 35-yard line. As Cochran made the tackle. So it's 1st and 10 for Belle Fourche with 5:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Game clock winding down now as we approach 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Play clock down to 14. Ball at the Sturgis 35-yard line. 24 in motion. Hostetter hands the ball up the middle to Dylan Burns. And he'll gain 3 yards. So it'll be second and 7. Ball will be placed at the 32-yard line. 4:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Belle Fourche at the Sturgis 32-yard line. Again, Sturgis leads 40-14. And Belle Fourche looking to make a score here. Hostetter takes a snap. Pitches it to Dylan Burns. It's not to Dylan Burns. It's to Garrett, and they're going to gain 1 yard. So it's going to be 4th and 6, or actually 3rd and 6, excuse me. As they move the ball up to the 31. As we're under 3:42 left here in the game. Play clock down to 13. Hossetter takes a snap. He's going to make a pass. Wide! Man open! 89! And he's in for the touchdown. Bryce Nicholas makes the score. 3:26 left to go. He did the fake up the, Hossetter did the fake up the middle, and he had Nicholas wide open. So that makes the score half now. Sturgis 40, Belle Fourche 20, and it looks like Belle Fourche is just going to attempt the PAT. As okay. As Belle Fourche takes a timeout here with 3:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. And just so you know, we have another game coming up. Game number 2 of the Northern Hills Bowl, presented by Regional Health, where the St. Thomas More Cavaliers face off the Spearfish Spartans in their first game of the season. And I think that game's slated to kick off probably about an hour from now. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, if you weren't joining us earlier, we had a couple of weather delays. We had a weather delay for the pregame, which pushed the game kickoff time to 4:30, and then we had another weather delay, which happened during the first quarter. So here's the PAT by Luke Linsgraf. It's good. So Sturgis still leads Belle Fourche 40-21. .326 left to go here in the game. Sturgis Scoopers leads the Belle Fourche Broncs 40-21. As we're about ready to kick off the ball here again at Lyle Harris Stadium, the facelifted Lyle Harris Stadium here in Spearfish, South Dakota. And of course, the reason why I say facelifted, brand new turf. The support underneath the turf failed, and basically deemed the turf on top unsafe to play. So what they had to do was dig up everything, and I mean everything, and install new turf. And here we are, playing some good old high school football on some brand new artificial turf. They just recently installed the turf about a week ago. So Tyndall will kick off here. Then we might do an onside. And it's an onside kick. Touched by Wamshire, and he's got to quickly get to the ground. And it will be Sturgis ball. So it'll be first down for the Sturgis Scoopers at their own 37-yard line. That onside kick just wasted 3 seconds off the game clock. So at 3:23 left to go. First and 10 for the Scoopers. Will come off with a one-wing set. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlenbush, and he goes nowhere as he sees a wall of Bronx as he was tackled by Dylan Burns. So it'll be second and 10 for the Scoopers. Play clock down to 14 seconds, and I think the Scoopers are just going to try to waste some time off the clock here and start their season off with a W. Man in motion, ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlenbush again. He'll make a cut up the middle. And he'll get over midfield, and the ball's placed at the Bronx 45-yard line. As the game clock still rolls here, as it will be third down now, 3rd and 2 for the Scoopers. The Spearfish Spartans, I see, off to my left are on the track, starting to warm up here. So 3rd down, ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlenbush. He'll get the first down and some more. As will be first down Scoopers with under 2 minutes left to go here in the game. 1:51 to be exact. They'll stop the game clock here to reset the chains. And there's a whistle to start off both clocks. And they're just going to let the play clock wind down. 1:30. 2 seconds on the play clock. Ball snap. He'll hand it off to Erlenbush again. He'll make it close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be at least 2 yards short. With 1:13 left to go here in the game. Sturgis leading the Bellfish Bronx 40-21. In a very long game. As we're just under a minute left to go here at Lyle Hare Stadium. Gavin West comes out, talks to his guys what they're going to do. Game clock to 40 seconds. He's just going to need it here. 30 seconds left to go. Gavin West on the knee, and pretty much it's game. 20 seconds before it's official. But the Sturgis Scoopers will start their 2017 season with a W here in Spearfish at the Northern Hills Bowl. As we got 3, 2, 1. And that's game. The Sturgis Scoopers have won against the Bellfish Bronx 40-21 here at the 3rd annual Northern Hills Bowl. 40-21. What a great game. Coming up next, Game 2, St. Thomas More and Spearfish coming up to play. Just stay tuned here to SD Sports Buzz live streaming broadcast coverage of the Northern Hills Bowl. And just so those of you watching on SDSportsBuzz.com are aware, I'm going to stop the stream quickly here to reset everything. And we'll come back about 30 minutes before the St. Thomas More Spearfish game. So just sit tight, relax, and we'll be right back here in Spearfish at the 3rd Annual Northern Hills Bowl, presented by Regional Health. I'll see you in about 30 minutes or so.